Most people think caffeine is simple. You drink it, you feel awake, it wears off, end of story. The assumption is that if you can fall asleep at night, the coffee clearly didn't matter. And that's where the misunderstanding starts. Picture this. It's late afternoon. You're not exactly tired, but your brain feels a little dull. So you grab a coffee. Nothing dramatic happens. No jitters. No sudden rush. Just enough sharpness to keep going. By midnight, you still fall asleep, so you mentally file the drink under harmless. What people notice is surface level, alertness, focus, maybe a slight buzz. What they struggle to explain is the next day fatigue, the light sleep, the feeling that rest didn't fully land. That's because caffeine doesn't just add energy. It interferes with how your brain understands tiredness in the first place. Inside your brain, a chemical called adenosine builds up as the day goes on. It's the pressure that makes sleep feel inevitable. Caffeine doesn't remove adenosine. It blocks the receptors that detect it. After 2 p.m., that matters more than people realize, because your brain is transitioning from performance mode to recovery mode. So even if you feel fine, your nervous system is quietly adjusting its timing. Sleep pressure still builds, but the signal becomes distorted. You fall asleep, yes, but the architecture of sleep subtly changes. Less depth, more fragmentation, more work for the brain overnight. The key idea is this: caffeine after 2 p.m. isn't about whether you sleep. It's about whether your brain completes the full repair cycle it expects to. Here's where the contradiction shows up. Caffeine feels helpful late in the day because it improves performance right now. But the cost is delayed, and delayed costs are the easiest to ignore. When caffeine is still active in your system during the evening, your brain stays in a semi-alert state. Stress hormones stay slightly elevated. Deep sleep, especially slow-wave sleep, gets shortened. That stage is where memory consolidates, emotional regulation resets, and metabolic cleanup happens. You don't consciously feel its absence. You just wake up a little less restored. This creates a loop. Poor sleep increases baseline fatigue. Fatigue increases caffeine reliance. Caffeine then pushes sleep quality down again. At no point does it feel like a crash. It feels like life getting subtly heavier. People expect caffeine to be a switch, on, then off. In reality, it's more like a dimmer that keeps the brain from fully powering down. And after 2 p.m., the timing overlaps with melatonin release and circadian signaling. Even small amounts can delay your internal clock without you noticing. This isn't about discipline or willpower. It's about biology. Modern schedules already compress recovery time. Adding late caffeine shifts the burden onto tomorrow's energy budget. The grounded takeaway is simple and slightly uncomfortable. If you need caffeine late in the day, it's usually a signal, not a solution. Either sleep debt is accumulating or your workload is misaligned with your natural rhythms. You don't have to quit caffeine, but treating 2 p.m. as a boundary respects how the brain actually works, not how we wish it worked.